Okay, what's going on? This is my intro video for the 30-day speaking challenge. Day 2, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Day 100. So I started this challenge 100 days ago, and it started out as a 30-day talking to camera challenge. And once I hit day 30, I was just like, you know what, I'm really enjoying this. I'm gonna keep it going. And also, I was scared to actually make this video that I'm making right now at day 30. I wasn't ready to do this. So I was just like, you know what, let's just extend it out to day 100. And so that's why we're here. The whole reason I started that challenge in the first place was because I realized that my highest point of leverage within my own business was as a communicator and then inevitably as a teacher. And so I recognize that doing this, getting on camera, the thing that I find like really uncomfortable being in front of a camera was the thing that I needed to break down to actually improve and get better and become sort of the person that I want to be, the leader that I want to be. I started out with like 3 core goals that I wanted to address. The first was just reducing the friction of me like getting up and getting on camera. I had a real aversion to that. I was very comfortable being behind the camera. You know, that was very much associated with my career and what I'd done to this point. But like getting on camera and being the person who's presenting the idea, that's something that made me really uncomfortable. And what I didn't want it to be was like performative. Like I didn't want to, and that's what it really felt like previously, where I would like script everything out, read it back using a teleprompter and all that stuff. So I just wanted to eliminate this idea of like performance and be able to just like assume my own voice a little bit, feel more comfortable in the process of doing this. And so that was the first goal that I had set. The second goal that I had was really to just like be able to be a better communicator and like think clearly on camera and think out loud and clarify my ideas while on camera. Like that was the second goal. And then the last one was really just like the tactical things that are associated with talking on camera or presenting anything, which was cutting out all my filler words, being able to talk with my hands, all that stuff, be able to look into the camera as opposed to like glancing off all the time, and just feel better doing all of that without these things. And I actually think in this process, I accomplished all 3 of those goals. Then there was like 5 hidden benefits and 1 overarching takeaway. So the 5 hidden benefits that I found of this, the first one was I started essentially a daily mindfulness meditation practice where before I would get on camera, I was just doing a 3-minute 4x4 box breathing exercise. And I found that to be really enjoyable, really helpful. It helped me get into the sort of state I needed to be to get on camera. And so that was great. That was a nice little hidden benefit of this. The second is I became more physically active. I would film these like in my office here. I would do it at home. I would do it sort of wherever. I did it in my car a bunch of times. But I also found myself trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, where I would like go out on walks and I would film this while I did that. I would think about what I wanted to speak about in like the first 10, 15 minutes of the walk, whatever it was, and then I would just set up camera and I would talk and then I would finish the walk out. So that was great, just more physical activity. The third hidden benefit of all of this was just things that I would normally procrastinate became easier to do. Like, put another way, my overall discipline for things that I didn't really want to do or felt uncomfortable doing or was mentally hard to get through became easier. Just like my overall surface area for discipline expanded. The fourth hidden benefit of all this was, I think, and this is sort of more for like down the line, but I know now that I'll be able to pass this footage off to somebody else to work with. Like previously, and I'm gonna do all these videos, I'm gonna edit the first few, just get the reps in of going through the process, but I know that eventually I will be able to pass this off to somebody else and not feel embarrassed or uncomfortable letting them see all my mess ups, all the sort of retrials and all that stuff, all my flubs, whatever you want to call them. I know that I'll be better at doing that now, and I would not have done that before this. I would never have passed off footage of myself to anybody else. So that actually is a nice sort of down the line thing that I know I can do now. The fifth hidden benefit of all this was actually, it was fun. Like I had a really good time doing it. Every day became just like a little tiny challenge at some point during the day to get up and do this. And it also became a nice filter for all the ideas that I have throughout a day. Like I would write things down, and this became sort of an outlet for that every day versus just like putting them into my notes app and who knows if I'll see them again. But it made me sharper in sort of thinking through ideas, how I was taking things in, and sort of the way I was even note taking. So that to me was like a fun experience. But like the main overarching takeaway for me was that I can't get better at something unless I'm out there getting the reps in and experiencing it for myself. This was a great reminder that all the theory involved, all the sort of learning that I could do online, I watched tons of videos on this, I took courses, I read books, all that stuff. And all that had a pretty low ceiling when it came to actually benefiting me when it comes to like getting on camera and doing this. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is sort of how I think about this process of like talking to camera and where it fits in the overarching process of me like making content. And I look at it as like there's three core constraints that I have. The first one is having something to say. I'm not going to get too deep into that today, but really I've spent my whole career and years thinking about whether or not I have ideas that I want to share. And I've arrived at the fact that yes, I do have those. So check that box off. The second constraint is this sort of aversion to getting on camera and not wanting to be the person who like presents those ideas. I've thought about it so many different ways, and I just realized like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I need to get sharper at this. I need to get better at that. So I need to reduce that constraint of me getting on camera where it's not some sort of fully scripted thing. I can outline something and sort of speak off the cuff and feel comfortable, at least comfortable enough being the person who presents those. And then the last constraint is the one that I think is hardest, which is actually hitting publish on something and putting something out publicly. And not just putting something out publicly, because we do that every day, that's like part of our business, but it's putting something out, first off, that's me, that has my name and face attached to it, but also that I know could be better. I know that there is a version of this video that could be much better. And I know that there's going to be a version of a string of videos that I have yet to produce that could and can be better. But I also know that I can't make the video that I want to make. I can't make that video that is actually better without getting a bunch of these things out of the way, without getting a bunch of reps of just like doing the whole feedback loop of hitting publish, putting something out into the world. And that's really scary. That's really difficult for me. So with that said, if you're watching this, it means that I have taken a step in the direction of conquering that last constraint, which is really the hardest thing for me, which is putting something out publicly that I know could be better, but I'm gonna do it anyways because that's the only way to get to the place that I wanna be. Okay, that's all I got. We'll see you on the next one, I guess.